Hey guys, this is Camfrey15, and I'm back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another One Piece anime episode review for you guys. And man, what a really good episode, especially with a good entertaining episode before we go on break for the next week. Yes, sadly, One Piece is going to go, the anime of One Piece is going on break next week, so there will be no anime episode next week. It will be, I believe, the last week of October, which kind of freaking sucks because from the next episode preview, it seems like things are going to be hype. And just to let you guys know, um, from this point on, I'm kind of like legitly blind from this point on. Now I knew a little bit of what was going on because I kind of saw a little bit was what was happening around this part in the manga. Like I already knew about the Yamato reveal and stuff like that. I just stopped like checking out weekly of the manga, in a sense of from the standpoint that it's like after Big Mom and Kaido announced like their whole announcement that how they want to essentially rule the One Piece world. That's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna stop here for now. Since I'm really focusing morely in anime only, I want to be blind to what's gonna happen in the storyline next. So yeah, that's the whole thing there. But I'm definitely going to be interested to see where the story goes. It's again, like I said, the fight. It seems like fights are picking up next. What was going to be on the next episode, 996, but we're going on break that week. But okay, yeah. We got 5 more episodes left till we get to episode 1000, and I actually hope episode 1000 is I guess you can say not a spin-off episode, not some spin-off filler. Obviously, you know, they could do that as a way of recognizing the greatness of One Piece, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're probably going to make sure episode 1000 in terms of the story is probably a very big important episode because it's the 1000th episode of One Piece. Anyways, let's get on with the review. So last week we obviously know the whole reasoning why Big Mom and Kaido are form this alliance and why they're doing all this stuff and the whole new Onigashima project and everything. Also, too, Orochi got his head cut off, and stuff like that. So last week we ended the episode off with the standpoint Kaido was asking Fukarokuju and the other Shogun, obviously all the other Orochi's, I guess you can say, members, like, are you gonna join my crew now? Because you got nothing left to do. Now, again, we start the episode off with that, and Kaido asked Fukarokuju, like, listen, are you joining my ranks? Otherwise, we can just fight you right here, right now, and we'll kill you. And Fukarokuju, he essentially caves in, and he says that the Wano Ninja Force and the Oni Banashu and 5,000 strong will join. Also, the Wano Samurai Force and their 5,000 strong will join as well. Now, Old Man Hio's kind of upset about this standpoint. From the standpoint, he's like, you guys are legit samurais. Have fight, like, you guys are just gonna give in to this to Kaido's demands that easy. You're not gonna fight like honorable people, which I guess you can understand where he's coming from. Like, these are people that invaded your country. It's your home country, not theirs. And why are you just gonna give in so easily? But hey, listen, Fuka, I guarantee you the freaking Wano Special Ninja Forces and Samurai Forces, like, I don't want to freaking die right now, because literally, it's like if they said no, it's like they're probably dead on the spot right then and there. They're probably getting killed right then and there. Kaido's probably like, oh, okay, you want to join? Well then, everybody kill them. So that's the whole thing there and everything. But yeah. So they got even more forces and stuff like that. It's funny because you even had some beast pirates like around some of the samurai force. Like, oh man, I'm so glad you joined us. I didn't want to kill you and stuff like that. You're pretty cool. Now, some of the ninja force don't look really like overjoyed that they're joining Kaido's crew. They're kind of like, well, wow. Now we know what it feels like to get what it's done to what we did to the Wano people when you're kind of enslaved, essentially. That's the thing, and they look kind of like, damn, why did we do this from the start? Oh shit. we're screwed. So I want to be shocked maybe those forces actually switch sides and realize, you know what, the only way we're going to win this is if we switch sides and we join the Kozuki clan, which I think what's going to happen, especially with the fact that Momonosuke gave a very passionate speech and stuff like that. So yeah, now Kaido goes on to say that the people of Wano, especially in the Flower Capital, they better enjoy the last like remnants of their free lives, because by the time the Fire Festival is over, it's done. Kaido's like legit taking over and stuff like that. Now, this is when we cut over to Shinobu, and that's when Shinobu is running around, and she's like, yeah, Lord Odin, he was right. Even if we cut freaking Orochi's head off, it wouldn't have changed a damn thing. Kaido's the main, the main problem here in Wano, because he's a pirate and stuff like that, which obviously everybody and their mamas knew and stuff like that. Yeah, just because you get rid of Orochi doesn't mean anything. Kaido can just be like, well, I'm just taking over now. So yeah. Anyways, this is when Kaido actually goes up to Momonosuke, and he's like, guess what? I want to know your name, like he asked him 20 years ago in the burning tower. And he's like, listen, tell me your name, otherwise you got a condition. If you don't say who you are or your name, guess what, I'll let you go free, because guess what, I just feel bad because you're just a spoiled brat and you're a crying kid. But if you dare say you're Toki and Kozuki Odin's son, you will be killed and stuff like that. So essentially, you get this nice scene of where Momonosuke is just remembering everything, of his father Odin and stuff like that. Toki, he remembers the time when Luffy back on Zou told him, listen, dude, you're gonna have to man up, man. If you're gonna be some sort of if you're gonna be some sort of ruler over people, you're gonna have a backbone, and you're gonna have to step up, and you're gonna have to have confidence in what you say. Otherwise, I'm not going to help you. What's the point in helping you if you don't want to grow up a bit? Now, again, he's a 6-year-old kid at this point in time. He's a 6-year-old kid. So obviously a 6-year-old kid, might be scared, and he's crying through this whole thing, but he grits his teeth down, and essentially he proclaims to everybody at the performance stage that, well, guess what? He's Kozuki Odin's son, Kozuki Momonosuke. Obviously, it makes everybody, the allies, happy that he said that and everything. Now, this pisses off Kaido. Kaido's like, you damn Wano people really love to die, don't you? You guys are so stupid. Because he sees this as a way as like, I thought you were just going to cry your eyes out and just probably lie so you can get out of here and stuff like that. I think Kaido knew that was freaking Momonosuke. He just wanted to see if Momonosuke, I guess, quote unquote, had the balls to say who he truly was. He was thinking he was going to get it's the same sniveling kid, because technically it's the same kid he saw, before he time traveled. So in his mind, he would think, oh, this is the same brat who I had in my freaking arm, my hands choking him to death, and he was still the same person crying. What's the point? I might as well freaking ask him the same question. He's going to do the same exact stuff. He's going to cry, asking for his pathetic father who's dead for help. And essentially, that's when Kaido's like, all right, that's it. You're dying. Listen, you're dying. I never thought you would say it, but you're dying. And stuff like that. So yeah, now we cut over to Yamato and Luffy. Yamato, thanks to Luffy, actually finds out, well, guess what? Wait, that really is Kozuki Momonosuke? And Luffy's like, yeah, as well as Odin's 9 retainers, they're still alive too. And Yamato was like, wow, that's even better than I thought. I thought was gonna go on. I thought they were all dead, and I was gonna have to do something about that. But guess what? Now they're all alive. We just have to save them and stop my father. Stuff like that. So, yeah. Also too, they're getting chased by who's men. Because they're calling who's. They're like, yeah, we see Straw Hat Luffy and young Master Yamato, on the run. What should we do now? Who's like, don't follow them. I'll take care of that. But they end up following them, and they end up getting attacked. And that's when who's is like, okay, I guess I have to do this myself. Fudge. But yeah, we actually cut over to Perospero. He's fighting Marco. And you know, they come to a draw essentially. And Marco's like, I'm gonna stop you, Perospero. I don't know why. And also he brings up the fact that they made an alliance. Now we all know Perospero isn't cool with the Big Mom Kaido alliance, and apparently he has some sort of plan to get rid of Kaido so he can make Big Mom the king of the pirates. We know Perospero is kind of a sneaky type of guy, so yeah. Anyways, after Momonosuke proclaims his name and everything, Yamato's happy that, well, he did that, and Luffy's like, well, guess what? I'll do you the favors and like I promised you, and I'll take off your handcuffs. So Luffy takes off the handcuffs by using his Ryu ability, but the thing is, Yamato told him earlier, you probably might want to throw those away because something bad might happen. But well, Luffy doesn't do it because they really don't have time, because the moment the cuffs are taken off, they literally freaking explode. And essentially what happens after it looked like Kaido's about to kill Momonosuke, they get to the performance stage. There's the explosion that Luffy caused from removing Yamato's cuffs, explodes in the performance stage. Luffy and Yamato show up, and Yamato in there is like, my father was going to kill me with those things. And essentially, when they finally hit the floor, Yamato's essentially pretty pissed off at Kaido from the standpoint like, my own father put these cuffs that would have blew me up and would have killed me if I had left Wano. And he's trying, essentially, in a way, holding Yamato captive on Wano and having Yamato only give in to Kaido's demands. And essentially, you know, she's like, listen, I'm gonna freaking kill my father. You know, he needs to be stopped. I don't care. Also, too, you know, I'm not considering him my father anymore because he tried to kill me. So it's pretty interesting to say the least. Now, Kaido, when he sees Yamato and Luffy, he's like, freaking hell. And then he looks more on Yamato because freaking Queen is like, young master, what the hell are you doing? And stuff like that. And Kaido's just essentially like, well, great. My son or slash daughter showed up and revealed her face. Well. I really do hope we get a more understanding to why Kaido, I guess you can say, somewhat doesn't really respect Yamato in a way. Now, we know a little bit from Yamato's perspective that Yamato was a fan of Kozuki Oden, and I'm guessing that's one of the turnoffs Kaido didn't like about Yamato. Also, from the standpoint, I just have a belief that maybe Kaido also didn't like Yamato because I'm guessing when Yamato was born, I'm guessing Kaido was disappointed that it was not a boy, it was a girl. And sometimes, listen, we've had some anime stories where sometimes you have these abusive fathers, which, well, guess what? They want a son, but they don't end up having a son. They end up having a daughter, and they think, guess what? You're weak. And then it takes for that character to, like, I guess, forcibly, you know, change their gender in terms of they're still a girl on the outside, but they're essentially act as if they're a man. But we know Yamato's a girl. Hell, it's even confirmed. Oda confirmed this himself that Yamato is a female, and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways, Yamato goes to attack Kaido, but Luffy holds her back, and he's like Yamao, which I found funny. Because it had came to a point where Yamato's like, my name's not Yamao, it's Yamato. But Luffy then later is still calling her Yamao, which I find freaking funny because I envision when that I think when I have a feeling that Yamato is gonna join Luffy's crew. It makes sense. Yamato essentially takes after Oden, and because she respects him, and she calls herself Kozuki Oden, and stuff like that. And I just like the standpoint that it's gonna do that because Oden traveled with Gold Roger and Whitebeard, mostly Gold Roger, the king of the pirates, and Luffy's aspiring to be the future king of the pirates. It only makes sense that Yamato would join his crew. So I definitely think the banter between the two is gonna be freaking hilarious and everything. Um, Luffy grabs her back, and Luffy's telling Yamato, "Listen, you know, it's not our time yet to fight." And Yamato's like, "Why are you stopping me? Why do you say that?" And Luffy's like, "Well, it's because they deserve to get the first blow. They deserve to start the fight." And essentially, Luffy's referring to Kinemon and the rest of the Scabbards. And you have this amazing scene where the Scabbards are going through each different hall area to get to Kaido. And by the time they get to Kaido, Kaido's shocked that he sees the Scabbards. He's like, what the hell? And within the Scabbards, truly, he sees like the will. He sees Odin right in his face, because we know the Scabbards carry the will of Odin. And it's like, you know, Kaido through Kaido's eyes, it's like he's looking at Odin again. And you know, after the Scabbards get past King and Queen, they manage to go jump Kaido, and they start impaling Kaido and stuff like that, and that's where the episode ends off. So next week, it seems like we're gonna get all haywire loose. Now the full raid has begun. The full battle to save Wano has started officially, because next week we're getting freaking Luffy versus freaking Big Mom, which I cannot wait to see. Luffy's new power versus Big Mom. Oh my goodness. It seems like we're also going to get Ulti versus Yamato, because we even see earlier in this episode, Ulti is like, "Yamato, I'm gonna kill you, damn it," you know, and stuff like that. So it's gonna be very interesting to see where it goes. Again, there will be no new episode next week, so there's no One Piece anime episode review next week for 996, because the anime is going on break for next week, which sucks, because if you get to the hypest part now, it's like, oh, the battle's about to begin, the raid has started, the fighting has started, and then we get a break. Come on, man. But other than that, this was a really good episode. I love the visuals. Definitely one of the best episodes of One Piece, if you ask me. And now we're getting to the craziness of, I'm guessing, this Wano arc portion of the story. But other than that, guys, if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of One Piece, as well as hit that subscribe button. You want to get more One Piece content, as well as any other anime content I upload to the channel. Other than that, guys, I'm out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'm checking out this video. Until then, guys, see you guys in the next video. Peace.